Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is day 4, the final day of the Ray Carter 15U Cup here in Summerside, PEI. It's New Brunswick, it's Nova Scotia. The action, the first pitch, just moments away here. As up the bat now, Zach Reeker, leadoff man for New Brunswick, and takes that first pitch high for a ball 1. So we're officially underway. Parker McKenzie on the mound for Nova Scotia. He's also batting cleanup for his side as he makes his pitching debut here in this tournament. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the right. We'll do it again. So the 1-1 pitch. That one popped to the first baseman. We'll see if it's played. It is indeed gloved down. That's a quick first out.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the catcher number 9, Connor Barr.
Connor Barr stepping in. He's got some pop at the plate. A home run in this tournament. A couple of hard screaming doubles, and we'll see if he can do some more damage with the bat here. The second batter up here, 1 away here in the top of the first. First pitch taken for a ball. And that one called a strike. Count even, 1-1. That one swung on and fouled back into play. So 1-2 the count holds. And good eye at the plate, takes that one. Count moved even, 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swung on and out to center field, and that one is gone. A solo blast, the first run of the ball game, and that one did not take long. They're on the board here. It's a 1-0 New Brunswick on a solo home run, a 2-2 count by Connor Barr, his second of the tournament.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the shortstop number 5, Will Henry.
Will Henry stepping up to the plate now. And again, a productive tournament for him. And it's been a great show again. First pitch swinging is Henry. That one high chopper to second. And easy put away for the second out of the inning here. So first pitch swinging.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the right
worked for him in the
fielder,
past.
number 27,
Not this
Sutter
go around
McQuaid.
though. Henry grounds out to second. 2 away. Sutter McQuaid stepping up. He's in the cleanoff spot here out in right field. Wade batting .417 so far in this tournament. And first pitch swinging comes up empty. McQuaid leads his team in hits, 4 hits coming into tonight's game, or this morning's game. 4 singles, 1 double, a trio of RBIs and runs scored, and he's even 2 walks to 2 strikeouts. And takes that one for a called strike. Oh, 0-2. And a foul tip back half swing, kind of confusion for the catcher as he is able to track it down. But again, McQuaid leading his team in hits. See if he can keep the momentum rolling here as he has been a productive hitter. Moved up the order throughout the tournament, and that one sailed off to the right. Could be playable. And called off. The great play made by Eli Brown at first, and that retires the side. So a pair of pop-outs to first, a ground out to second, but of course mixed in there the Connor Brown solo home run. And at the end of the top of the first, New Brunswick 1, Nova Scotia 0.
First heat, New Brunswick scored one run on a one hit with no Nova Scotia errors. They left no runners on base. Scored after half an inning, New Brunswick 1, Nova Scotia 0. 13 pitches. Starting lineup 14, New Brunswick. At second base, number 12, Zach Rieker. Catching number 9, Connor Barr. At shortstop, number 5, Will Henry. In right field, number 27, Sutter McQuaid. At third base, number 24, Ian Ward-Dunlin. Starting pitcher for New Brunswick, number 11, Brayden Russell. The extra hitter, number 7, Liam English. In left field, number 10, Reed Collins. At first base, number 26, Callum Shannon. In center field, number 4, Tripp Russell. Leading off the bottom of the first, 13, Nova Scotia. The right fielder, number 9, Jackson Singer.
Into the bottom half of the first inning we go. Jackson Singer leading off for Team Nova Scotia. For Singer, he's out in right field here today. And we'll see what he's able to do for this team. As, of course, leading off. And opposite him, Brayden Russell. And first pitch taken for a called strike. Swung on and missed. Quickly down 0-2. And that one fouled down. We'll do it again. 0-2. That one swung on, a dribbler to third. It could be a close play, not so much. A quick throw over, and the first batter of the inning, that being Singer, retired, ground out to third. So a strong throw by Ian Ward-Donlin, and it's Nate Moulton stepping in now, the left fielder. And takes that for a first pitch called strike, 0-1. And looks at that one, 1-1. And another called strike, 1-2. Let's see if there's a swing coming here from Moulton. Looks at that one, good eye at the plate, 2-2. That one hard on the ground to second. It's scooped up and over in plenty of time to retire the batter. Moulton down, ground out to second. A soft toss, soft hands as well by Zach Rieker. So 2 away by way of ground out. First batter to third, and then most recently Moulton to second. And Ethan Johnson is stepping in. He had been a shortstop and a replacement coming in. Will Henry leaving shortstop, coming in the dugout to high fives in celebration. And Will Henry stepping out of the lineup here. Started the game at short, And now a rotation of players as Ethan Johnson steps in. He's served as a few different spots in this lineup, most recently a leadoff hitter for Team Nova Scotia, but he slides down to the third spot, hoping to drive in some runs should his teammates get on ahead of him here. That one outside. And that one swung on and missed. And that does it for the side. A strikeout. 1-2-3 goes the inning. We roll into the second inning. Score holds 1-0.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
Leading off the top of the second for Team New Brunswick, the third baseman, number 24, Ian Ward-Dunlan.
And we're ready to go here in the top of the second. First pitch taken for a ball. That one inside as well. 2-0 goes the count. A 2-0 pitch taken for a called strike. And Parker McKenzie on the mound for Team Nova Scotia. Big right-hander. That one swung on, fouled off, back into the left. Count moves even, 2-2. Two-two pitch. That one swung on and missed. A strikeout.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the pitcher, number 11, Braden Russell.
So, Ward-Donlan goes down on strikes. Braden Russell, the opposing starting pitcher, steps in. And looks at a first pitch strike. Oh, 1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. 0-2. Quickly finds himself in the hole, does Braden Russell. Oh, 2 pitch. Swung on hard up the middle. A nice stab at it by McKenzie, and he retires the batter. So one pitcher grounds out to the other, and just like that, 2 away in the inning. Liam English is stepping in now. He had a great showing on the mound in his last appearance, but now he's going to be doing it with the bat. We'll see what he's able to do. And for English, he has 6 1/3 innings total in this tournament. He came away with a win during that time. 7 strikeouts and only 2 earned runs against. A great showing. 1 out shy of a complete game before he reached that pitch threshold, the maximum amount of pitches allowed in the day. And 0-1 pitch. Swung on. That one on the ground to the right. Foul. 0-2. So 2 away in the inning. English chance between McKenzie and back-to-back clean innings here. I shouldn't say clean innings, of course, solo blast, but consecutive work apart from that second batter solo shot. A lot of soft contact being generated by Parker McKenzie. The 0-2 pitch. That one bends in there for a called strike 3, and just like that, the top half of the inning is through. 2 strikeouts, a soft ground out to the pitcher, and we move to the bottom half. Score still holds 1-0.
The top of the second, Team New Brunswick scored no runs on no hits with no Nova Scotia errors. There were no runners left on base.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
Leading off the bottom of the first for Team Nova Scotia, the pitcher number 28, Parker McKenzie.
Leading off for Team Nova Scotia, the starter on the mound, Parker McKenzie. He's in the cleanup spot, but after the 1-2-3 first outing for his lineup, he's going to look to get the offense going here from the 4 spot and takes that for a first pitch called strike. Good bit of framing by Barr to steal that one. And for McKenzie in his last one, held off the base paths. A good showing from the Team PEI starters. A couple of hard groundouts to second for the left-handed hitter, and he finds himself in a count even 1-1. That one outside, 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Fouled straight back. We'll do it again. 2-2. And that one hit the left, and it will drop. A little looping single. McKenzie content settling for 1, and he's the first base runner for Team Nova Scotia. Able to fight off a couple of great pitches and toss one. He couldn't have thrown it any better. That perfect little no man's land between the third baseman, shortstop, and the left field. Brady Bush in the 5 spot here. He's our third baseman today. Runner on first, no away in the inning. And that one taken high. McKenzie, that's his third hit of the tournament, and that one called a strike, 1-1. And back in plenty of time. A quick snap throw over to first. Bush currently batting 125 in this tournament, so 1 hit so far, along with 3 RBIs, 2 runs, so some productive outs he's been putting on, and now a walk as well worked. So he's been pretty good, and see what he's able to do with this elevated spot in the lineup here now in the 5-hole. And another quick snap throw over, back again. A pretty easy dive, not too much of a lead there, less than a body's length or the tall. Ooh, and that one, breaking ball, doesn't quite break. At least in terms of hit by pitch, that little soft area kind of below the hip and below the ribs especially is, if you're going to take it anywhere, may as well be there. So on base now, runner moves in the scoring position, a single and hit by pitch, and things are starting to move for the Team Nova Scotia offense, currently trailing 1-0. Eli Brown stepping in now. A few games ago, it came in as a defensive replacement or as a pinch hitter, had a RBI single, and then his next at bat, he did it again, driving in the eventual winning run. So Barr going to go out, have a chat with his pitcher, and see if he can kind of settle down Braden Russell, who, again, got off to a great first inning, grounded the third, grounded the second, and a strikeout. But here, different story, single, hit by pitch, none away in the inning, and 1 ball on Eli Brown, our first baseman here. That one taken high, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That one swung on and up the middle. A bobble out by the second baseman, and everyone will be safe on the play. So perhaps looking up after grabbing the ball did Ward Donlin, wanting to grab the ball, either toss it to his teammate or touch the bag, see what was ahead of him, and ends up hitting the heel of his mitt, bouncing away. Everyone is safe. So runners on all across the board, with Luke Meany, the EH here, stepping into the left-hander's batter's box. Swung on, fouled, straight back. And that one called a strike. Barr bringing that one back to the outside corner. That one hard to the third baseman, and no hop. It gets under the glove, and 2 runners coming around the score to be a close play at the plate. The throw cut off by the pitcher. And Barr not sure why. The throw was pretty on target. 2 runs come across the score, though, on the RBI single. Luke Meany stepping up 2 in now as they erase that deficit and jump out to a lead of their own here. It's Nova Scotia leading 2-1. Drew Cogan in now. He is a second baseman, and that one gets away from Barr. So things compounding here for New Brunswick. Again, a solid start to the game, but a little rattled does Russell seem, as that wild pitch or pass ball allows runners to move up into scoring position here on third and second. Swung on and missed. Cogan moves 1-1. That one taken for a ball. 1, 2, and 1. Two one pitch. Swung on and foul back into Barr. They'll give him a couple seconds to reset. He'll take a little jaunt out and stretch it out a little bit. That one, and runner is looking to score here. Be a close play at the plate, and out. Eli Brown not getting down to slide and allows for the first out of the inning here. So the pass ball, runner still does advance to third, but Eli Brown not sliding is tagged trying to score. So full count, one away, runner on third. And works a walk, does Kogan. So a single, a hit by pitch, a error to the second baseman, a 2-run scoring error by the third baseman, and now a walk as Noah Trotter steps up. He was on the mound yesterday. He's getting work at second base here today. That one brought back in on the far side by Barr. Swung on and missed. And only one away in the inning. Runners on the corners. Swung on, and that one gets away from our catcher. Trotter is going to run up to third, half hustle, but he runs the rest of the way. So drop third strike. So umpire is discussing the drop third strike. You can only advance if the base is open, and though his teammate was advancing as well, still technically on first. So runner is out. It is a strikeout. Runner does still move up to second, though. Number 44, Drew Kogan, and 2 away in the inning. Runner on second. 3 runs have come across here in the inning. The 0-1 pitch on Caleb Mary, shortstop. Swung on and missed early on that one, 0-2. One and 2 for the number 10 hitter, Caleb Mary. A very useful player for Team Nova Scotia. He's been on the mound, and he's going to continue to swing here. 1 and 2, and that one taken for a ball. Close one. Good eye at the plate. Moves things even. 2 and 2. And for Mary, hitting .444 into this tournament. OPS of 1,000. So 4 hits, 3 singles, a double, as well as a RBI and 2 runs scored, and potentially his second RBI here. Runner being waved around in Kogan, and that one, a great throw at the plate, but the tag umpire calling he moved too far off the base paths in an attempt to avoid the tag. He did do a great job avoiding that tag, but a great throw nails the runner at home. So 2 outs at the plate. Wrap up this inning. After 2, it is Nova Scotia 3, New Brunswick 1.
Leading off the top of the third for Team New Brunswick, the left fielder number 10, Reed Collins.
On to inning number 3 here on day 4, the Ray Carter Cup. It's Nova Scotia versus New Brunswick. 3-1 is our score. Nova Scotia jumping out to that lead after trailing 0-1 in the early goings. And that one, take it for a strike to Reed Collins. The 0-1 pitch for McKenzie. That one outside evading the glove of the backstop, so we move even. 1-1. Collins looking for his first hit here of the tournament in left field today, and that one swung on and missed. 1-2. Collins does have an RBI also so far, but that one fouling back as he continues battle. Number 10, the right-handed batter, has made a couple plays defensively in the field and looking to kind of provide some value with the bat here as New Brunswick looks to battle back after the early lead vanished in the top half of the inning, or bottom half of the second, and appeal down the first. Did not go around. 2-2. That one swung on and missed. Strikeout. So Collins goes down on strike with Callum Shannon, first baseman, coming up.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the first baseman, number 26, Callum Shannon.
That one swung on a miss. Bit of a late swing there. Shannon batting .400 so far. So in 6 total plate appearances, 5 at-bats, got a pair of hits, a run, a walk, and as well to go with a strikeout. 0-2 finds himself in the early hole. 1 away in the inning. That one called strike, and on the stride, stepping out is number 26, the third baseman here for us. Our first baseman is where Shannon is at today. 1-2. Swung on and foul straight back. We'll do it again. Swung on and missed. That's back-to-back strikeouts here. Make it 3 in a row going back to the last inning. And we move down to the number 10 spot, center fielder, Trip Russell.
Center fielder number 4, Trip Russell.
Russell, 1 at bat so far in this tournament, and he got a walk. See if he can do more of the same here. His team looking for a 2-out rally and takes close. First pitch for a strike. 0-1. That one, another one on the outside of the zone, a strike. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from McKenzie. That one went for the inside corner this time, doesn't get it. 1-2. And that one swung on and missed. Strikes out the side. That's 4 straight for McKenzie. Certainly settling in after that early solo home run. So we move into the bottom half of the inning. Team Nova Scotia leads 3-1.
Runs on no hits with no Nova Scotia errors. There were no runners left off base. Score after 2.5 innings. Nova Scotia 3, runs left 1. 39 pitches. Now pitching for Team New Brunswick, number 22, Gavin Snowden. Leading off the bottom of the third for Team Nova Scotia, right fielder number 9.
And second time through the order now. Bottom of the third inning, and a new pitcher on the mound for Team New Brunswick. Gavin Snowden steps to the mound. Number 22. He is from Fredericton, and he is going to see what he can do to keep these Nova Scotia bats in check. For Snowden, he has .2 innings so far in relief in this tournament. 4 runs allowed, 5 walks, and a pair of strikeouts to go along with a hit by pitch. So looking to help that ERA, knock it down and get some more experience in this high-level competition. And a excuse me swing from the leadoff batter, Singer. And count moves 1-2. And breaking pitch catches the outside corner. A good bit of framing by Barr, and a leadoff strikeout for Snowden. A great way to check yourself into the game. A strikeout looking as Nate Moulton stepping up now. Moulton looking for his first hit of the tournament. 2 plate appearances, nothing to show for it quite yet. He does have a run score after it's coming in as a pinch runner. And that one taken on the outside for a strike, 1-1. That one high, 2-1. That one called strike. Bolton doesn't like that one, but it is 2-2 the count. And that one inside has to turn away. Count moves full, 3-2. And from the lefty, Snowden. That one taken for a ball. Moulton not sure, checks with the umpire, and or a strike without a call from the umpire. So a strikeout looking back-to-back as he's entered the game for Snowden. And that one in the dirt, 1-0. That one called strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, curveball from the lefty, just doesn't break quite enough, has to duck underneath it. Does Ethan Johnson. And for the tournament coming into this one, K to show so far in here, but 455 batting average, and that one, a good swing put on it. It's going to land just out of reach down the left field line, and foul, 2-2. But Johnson, OPS over 1,000. He's got 5 hits, all singles to go along with RBI, 4 runs scored, and even walks to strikeouts, 3-3. That one, the bender in there for a strikeout. So what a way to enter into the game. 2 strikeouts looking, and then a strikeout swinging here. And as we roll into the 4th, it is Nova Scotia leading 3-1.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
On to the 4th now. Zach Reeker started at second. He's now at short, and he gets his second at-bat of the ball game here. 0-1 ground out to the, or pop out to the first baseman so far, and look for a change of fortunes, looking to get New Brunswick back into this. They, of course, got the offense started here. A home run by Barr was the first shot, and a solid shot himself to left field. It will hold up just long enough to be gloved down by Nate Moulton. So a quick 1 up, 1 down. A fly out to left field. And again, the aforementioned Barr, a solo shot to deep center field his last time up. Let's see what he can do here. McKenzie still on the mound, the only run he's allowed up until this point. That one called strike. for Barr. That would be his second home run of the tournament. And swung on a miss on the inside fastball. 0-2. Zabar collected his 5th hit earlier, along with his 3rd RBI, 5th run scored. And he has 4 balls to 6 strikeouts, and he takes that one. 4 walks to 6 strikeouts, I should say. 1-2, 1 away in the inning. 3-1 is a lead for Nova Scotia. That one swung on and foul out of play to the right. And a couple kids playing in the batting cages see a ball land above them, and a couple screeches, screams, and that ball is retrieved. 1-2. One and 2 pitch, a dangerous batter at the plate. And he wanted to go around, but he checks his swing, and it is called a ball. 2-2. That one, a excuse me swing, gone down, swinging is Barr.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the third baseman, number 16, Hudson Hovey.
And strike. And that one gone for a strike as well. Hudson Hovey at the dish, getting his first at-bat. Swung on hard to the third baseman. And strong throw across the diamond. Eli Brown stabs at it, and that does it here. A ground out to third. A strikeout just before that, a very important batter in Connor Barr. And we move it to the bottom half. The score still holding. Nova Scotia 3, New Brunswick 1.
The top of the 4th, Team New Brunswick scored no runs on no hits with no Nova Scotia errors. There were no runners left on base. After 3.5 innings.
Something happens when you're released from routine. You're free to let go, to dig in, to let yourself get carried away. You find that feeling you've been missing here on our island, maybe even a little above it. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Team Nova Scotia, the pitcher number 28, Parker McKenzie.
Parker McKenzie at the dish, the opposing starting pitcher. He has a single so far, one of 2 hits Nova Scotia scored, and looks at that one for a ball. 1-0. 1-0. Swung on, and a solid shot held up just long enough to be gloved down in right field. So after a first pitch ball in the dirt, a solid liner to right. Again, putting good swings on it is McKenzie, but that one a little bit of luck not in his favor. Brady Bush. Oh, a little meeting on the mound here. And Gavin Snowden done. So Snowden steps aside. 4 strikeouts for him. And he leaves with 1 out here in the top of the first. Jackson Inglis steps in, Riverview, New Brunswick native. Right-hander.
Now pitching for Team New Brunswick, number 23, Jackson Inglis.
For Inglis, his first pitching appearance here of the tournament. He has 1 at bat, no batting average to show for it. Has a ground out, and he'll see what he can do here again on the final day of action of the Ray Carter 15U Cup in Summerside. It's been a great week. We kicked things off on Thursday. Nova Scotia was in that one, and they're here again today, kicking off day 3. And we're so a few hours away. About 12 hours from now is when the closing ceremonies will officially be happening. And before that, of course, we name the gold medal, bronze medal, and all the placement games. So lots of baseball action to be had here at the beautiful VIV field. Of course, Legends Field behind us. Again, Jackson Inglis in his pitching debut in the tournament. And the first pitch from Inglis fouled back by Bush. For the putout at first. Pop fly, second out of the inning. First pitch swinging, and center fielder got a read on that one, and a quick inning of work. Comes in, 2 pitches, 2 outs, or 3 pitches, 2 outs, and that does it for the 4th. We move into the 5th. Nova Scotia still leading 3-1.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
Leading off the top of the 5th for Team New Brunswick, the right fielder, number 27, Sutter McQuaid.
Sutter McQuaid in now. In the cleanup spot here, he had a pop out to first his last time up. That one, a called strike as well. Stepping out on that stride was McQuaid. Quickly down 0-2. McQuaid batting .417 coming into today's action. Swings on one and fouls it back to the right. You'll see another. So team leading 5 hits, 4 singles, 1 double, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and equal walks to strikeouts, 2 apiece. So a great tournament and great showing, and see if he can add to it here. And that one, a check swing, a bunt would be a close play at first, and out rules the first base umpire. So he made it a close play, good hustle. The first baseman tosses to the pitcher covering, and that is out number 1.
The second baseman, number 24, Ian Ward-Donlan.
Ian Ward-Donlan now, he struck out his last at bat. And he takes that one for a called strike. 0-1. Swung on, and that one looped into no man's land there in center. It'll get down for a base hit. Their second hit of the ball game, the only other off the bat of Connor Barr, the solo home run back in the first. So 1 away, man on first being Ward-Donlan, a single, and stepping up behind him, Jackson Inglis, the newly entered pitcher. He gets an at bat here. See what he can do. And pick off to first in safely is Ward-Donlan. Inglis again his first at bat here. Swung on and missed. First pitch swinging 0-1. Inglis getting his first at-bat of this tournament, as well as making his debut on the mound. Stepping into the number 6 spot in the lineup for starter. And that one, a close play at first. A late dive back, gets in just in time, does Ward-Donlan. So again, Inglis on the mound. That one able to be knocked down by the catcher, so he threatens to throw the first, and we'll reset here. Drew Kogan doing a good job defensively behind the plate. One count, a decent lead at first, and time called and granted. So again, Inglis first at bat of the tournament, looking to make it count. His team trailing 3-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. That one in the dirt. Count moves 2-1. Ward-Donlan leads off. Inglis at the plate and takes that one outside. 3-1. Three-one pitch. Swung on and foul back off the glove. Nearly stabbed for the strikeout, but just gets away from Coggin, and we'll do it again. Count's full. 3-2 is the count. Runner on first, Ward-Donlan. 1 away in the inning. And that one taken inside, called strike 3. So a strikeout looking. Bit of a delayed call, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the extra hitter, number 7, Liam English.
Liam English stepping in number 7. He went down looking his last time up. Runner on first. Swung on and fouled back off the mask of the catcher, who take a couple seconds, take a breather here. 0-1. English has one hit in the tournament so far, but that went for a double. Also has a run scored and a walk. Oh, and 1 the count. 2 away. Runner on first, Ward Donlin, and time call. Foul ball from the other field makes its way into play. Weston Merritt warming up. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Patrick Gosling, I should say, warming up in the Nova Scotia bullpen. McKenzie, the starter. Strike 3 called. A great way to wrap up the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts after allowing a runner to reach base. So moving into the bottom half of the 5th, Nova Scotia maintains a 2-run lead. Score stands 3-2.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Team Nova Scotia, the third baseman, number 27, Luke Meany.
And first pitch taken for a ball. Luke Meany in now. For Meany, he has it was an error on the third baseman, a hard hit ball to third. 2 runs came in the score on that play. Then he scored on a pass ball. So the third run of the inning, Meany was, as he came across to score. 1-0 the count. And for Meany, EH here. Swung on that one. A little no man's land. Let's see if the outfielders can come in. A diving attempt in center gets past the defenders. A trio of them making their way after it. And a tough play, but Trip Russell unable to come up with it. It's Meany getting on base for the second straight at bat. That one going to be named a single, and Drew Cogan coming in. A base on balls, then thrown out at home in his last at bat. So he did what he could to avoid the tag, and the ump ruled that he was off the baseline. Pick over to first, back after losing his footing a little bit was Meany. Swung on. One strike in the count and make it 2. 0-2. Runner on first, Luke Meany, reach on a single, another pickoff, and he's back standing. A little stumble again, but one and one. That one taken for a ball. 2-1. That one taken for a ball. 2-2. And inside, caught the batter, a hit by pitch, and runner moves up into scoring position now. None away in the inning. And new batter at the plate. Grayson Benoit, I should say, stepping in. Lower Sackville native. He's made an appearance at the mound. He got an at-bat in that game, and he can get another one here. Benoit in for Trotter, the second baseman. Swung on and missed. Benoit has a single in 2 at-bats. And an RBI to go along with a strikeout. So runner in scoring position here. Nova Scotia looking to add to their lead. 1-1. And that one nearly boarding the batter in the on-deck circle. Some laughs in the dugout. Not laughing is number 21, Caleb Mary. One and two. That one swung on and lays just left of the third base line. A solid shot. A little early on it was Benoit. Swung on and missed. A strikeout for the first out of the inning. Caleb Mary stepping in, and the coach out to the mound now. And that'll do it for Jackson Ingalls. A handshake from the coach, and we'll have a new arm coming into the ball game. And in for Team New Brunswick as they make the 4th pitcher of the game here being entered. Caleb Landry coming in. So Caleb Landry coming in from Dieppe.
We would like to take a moment to thank a few more of our sponsors. Callbacks Home Hardware, Leon Sawyer.
So one away in the inning, Caleb Landry making his debut for Team New Brunswick here in this one. His first appearance on the mound, as well as just in the field in general. No, he does have 2 plate appearances. Does number 18. Nothing to show for it. Nothing in the box score. A couple of groundouts, or a groundout and a flyout. So it's Caleb Mary stepping in. Single in his first at bat. First pitch from Landry. Taken for a called strike. And that parent holding a note for quite a while, as it is 0-1 the count. That one far outside, and runner thinking about advancing third, now caught in that no man's land between third, half commitment, and a rundown now. We'll see what happens here if he's able to get his way out of it, and he does not. So thought about advancing on the pass, on the drop ball. Instead, caught in that in-between area. So instead of runner in scoring position, runner on first and 1 out, it's now 2 away, runner on first. And Luke Meany gets himself into a rundown and is out. So 1-1, swung on, and that one high to right field. Right fielder, couple steps forward, couple steps back, and in the end makes the grab to end the inning. We move on to the 6th. Nova Scotia maintaining a 3-1 lead.
Something happens when you're released from routine. You're free to let go, to dig in, to let yourself get carried away. You find that feeling you've been missing here on our island, maybe even a little above it. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
New pitcher on the mound for Team Nova Scotia here. Patrick Gosling, Yarmouth native, right fielder and pitcher. He First pitch goes for a strike. Good way to start off. He's facing Reed Collins, the left fielder. A 1 pitch, swung on and missed, quickly up 0-2. That one passed his backstop to the mound. A waste pitch, 1-2. Gosling making his first appearance on the mound. That one, slow dribbler to the mound, and he'll make the soft toss over. 1 up and 1 down for the new pitcher.
Now batting for New Brunswick, the first baseman, number 26, Cal Shannon.
Gosling batting .286 when he's in play. A single, a double to show for it, along with 2 runs, but now on the mound, a quick put out. And we're having a discussion here. May have tipped off the foot shin area of Collins. And we'll take that back. No ground out. And Collins back in there. Count 0-2. One and 2. 1-2 count. Collins looks at that, breaking pitch away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one swung on and put in play to the right. A tough play. A great grab out in right field. Umpire saying that it was not secured. Great hustle by the right fielder, Jackson Singer, also their leadoff hitter, came up just short as runner able to make it to base. So after they thought they had the put out with Collins, he's able to put one in play, get one down, and that one will be scored a single despite the great effort in right field by Singer. Callum Shannon is now first baseman. Checks for signs here. None away in the inning. 1 ball. The Brunswick down by 2. And that one, good couple of strides by Collins on first, potentially thinking about taking a base. Two and 0. That one taken high, 3-0. So see if there'll be any movements on the base paths, as this one likely a take, but a potential get-me-over fastball from Gosling, the Leander pitcher. And that one goes high as well. So runner moves into scoring position here. A walk. So things kind of turning around after it looked like a great start to his outing. He induced a weak grounder that was then called back, a foul off Collins, who then reached on a single, now a walk. And into the game for New Brunswick. We have a pitch hitter, Trip Russell, out now, and Jack Cortez taking this at bat. That one line into left center field. That'll get down. At least 1 run will score. Coach sending him around. Runners will stop at second and first, and that one, a RBI single. Cortez wanted to stretch it to second. He saw his teammate was already there, so he backtracked, and they cut into this lead here. Now stands 3-2. So what a way to pick up your teammates. A pinch hit single. And now Trip Russell going to come back in for Cortez, who does his job, comes in, gets a big hit, and that'll do it for his day. That one taken up and in, 1-0. That one hard on the ground to third and eats up the third baseman, and the coach sending the runner, and thought differently of it, does the coach, and he pulls the runner back. I believe the right decision, as he may have been out, Callum Shannon, by a decent amount had he tried to stretch it there. And now meeting on the mound. So an error on third baseman Brady Bush. Now a meeting on the mound. Runners everywhere, none away in the inning. And a dangerous hitter at bat, Connor Barr in. Connor Barr again with his second home run of the tournament here in the first inning. See if he can do it again here. Bases loaded. Takes that one for a called strike. Oh, 0-1 pitch. That one swung on hard to short. He'll toss it over to his teammate and throw across. Able to get the runner. That is a big double play. 6-4-3. Runner comes in the score. We are tied, but the big inning potentially by the wayside. So Barr hits one hard, but hits it to the shortstop, who turns the 6-4-3 double play. Runner moves to third. Potential for New Brunswick to jump out to the lead. Now tying it at 3-3. So Hovey, second at bat here. Coming in replacement of Will Henry. That one fouled hard off, back to left, fans take cover, but it is out of play. So 2 outs, no balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Left-handed swinging Hovey. That one swung on and missed. A strikeout swinging and stops the bleeding, does Gosling. After the top of the 6th, we're tied at 3, heading into the bottom half.
The top of the 6th, New Brunswick scored 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 Nova Scotia error. There was 1 runner left on base. Score after 5.5 innings. New Brunswick 3, Nova Scotia 3. 18 pitches. We would like to take a moment to thank a few more of our sponsors. Atlantic Baseball Academy, Source for Sports, Summerside Dairy Queen.
And start things out does Swinger, first pitch swinging, the leadoff batter in right field with us today. A ground out and a strikeout so far. Strikeout looking in his last at bat. First time facing Caleb Landry, who returns to the mound after getting the last out of the last inning. That one, inside pitch, line to center, and that one dropped just ahead of the glove of the center fielder for New Brunswick, that being Trip Russell. So a single, and always a tough play to read for a center fielder. You can make that diving play, try to grab the out, but if it gets by you, there's no one behind you to cover, so extra bases guaranteed. Nate Moulton now takes that one inside. 1-0. And Moulton looking for his first hit of the tournament. Struck out looking his last at bat. That one, take for a called strike. The bottom part of the far side of the plate for the right-handed swinging Moulton. A quick snap throw in there, safe. Runner waiting for the ball to be returned for getting back up onto his feet. 1-1 the count. That one swung on to the right side, and a putout made by our first baseman here. So that is one away. Pop out the first, and Tyler White stepping into the game, getting his first at-bat, replacing Ethan Johnson in the lineup. A first pitch ball in the dirt, runner advancing on the play as, again, Tyler White checking in as he came in for the pitcher but replaces the spot in the lineup of Ethan Johnson. Pass ball awarded, and Nova Scotia threatening here. Runner on second, one away in the inning. That one, Barr not able to get a called strike on that outside fastball. 2-0. For White, batting .300 so far in this tournament. All singles, a pair of RBIs to go along with a pair of walks and a run scored. .2-0 pitch. That one wanted to go around, but wisely does not. 3-0. 3-0 pitch. That one taken for a called strike on the outer third. 3-1. One away in the inning, and runner on second. Advanced on the pass ball. Jackson Singer, and that one swung on a miss. 3-1. White wanted it. Came out of his mechanics a little bit there. Count moves full. 3-2. Swung on and fouled back to the right there. Cameraman, the second one in as many games, hit his way. Count remains full, 3-2. That one swung off, and that one will go foul to the right on the right field line. So we'll do it again here. Count full to White. Just entered the game and swings and misses at one in the other batter's box. A strikeout. So the second out of the inning. Parker McKenzie steps in. Started as the pitcher, shifted to center, and he's got a single so far and a line out to right field. A solid shot, but just held up long enough to be brought in by New Brunswick right fielder Sutter McQuaid. So runner on second, 2 away now. Score tied at 3, and that one taken for a called strike. Again, good bit of framing by Barr, pulling in that one to the top outside corner. 1-1. Swung on a missed. Healthy swing. 1-2. 2 away. That one outside, and want to avoid another rundown situation and runner back. Two pitch. That one swung on in the dirt, but first base is open, and runner advancing to third on the play. McKenzie making it on the drop, 3rd strike.
Now batting for Team Nova Scotia, the extra hitter, number 13, Brady Bush. That's a wild
So
pitch.
a drop, 3rd strike. A wild pitch allows the runner to reach first base, and as well as for Singer to advance to third. As Brady Bush comes up now, he was hit by a pitch in his first at bat and popped out to first base in his second AB. That one taken low for a ball. 1-0. 2 away. Runners on the corners. And Nova Scotia looking to retake their lead here after New Brunswick stormed back here in the top half of the 6th. Coach now out chatting with his team to starter Caleb Landry. And looks like he will remain in the game, the ball not being taken from the coach. Trying to come up with a plan here to get this much needed out so the team can head into the top half and potentially get themselves a lead here. So 1-0 count. Off on the pitch. Foul. Hard back. So we'll do it again. And runner off on the pitch was McKenzie. So Bush looking to make something happen here. Runners on the corners. 1-1 count. McKenzie on first after making it on the drop, 3rd strike. He's off and running again. And that one called the strike. McKenzie will take second. So 2 runners in scoring position for him now. Landry just needs to focus on the batter at the plate. 1-2. Swung on and missed the strikeout. Great way to battle back. A good mound visit. Settles down his pitcher. And that does it. We move on to the 7th inning. It's anybody's ball game. 3-3 is our score. New Brunswick coming to bat.
At Kildare, we know what it means to put on our gloves and go to work. We know the ones who score big are the ones who go deep. Most of all, we understand we're all part of a team, which is why we strive to support a sustainable future for our local fishers and athletes alike, so that there will be many more great catches for years to come. Kildare Fisheries, proudly supporting our local communities, all the way from the ocean to the plate.
It takes passion, and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
Leading off the top of the seventh for Team New Brunswick, the right fielder, number 27, Sutter McQuaid.
And Sutter McQuaid leading off against a new pitcher on the mound for Nova Scotia. That one a called strike. Tyler Wolf on the mound, number 4. He came in relief. And that one a solid shot down the left field line. Foul. And 0-2 moves the count. Oh, and 2. Swung on and grabbed by the third baseman. Strong arm across. Gets away from Eli Brown. So a solid shot and good speed. And first baseman unable to make that play.
Second base, number 24, Ian Ward Dublin.
And quick throw back over to first, and runner safe. It's Ian Ward Donlin in now. Runner on first. Sutter McQuaid. That one, hard shot to short. Toss to second for the force, and no play at first, but good effort by the defenders there. So they get the lead runner, but Trotter unable to make that turn and get that out. So call that a fielder's choice, and we move down the order to Caleb Landry. He came in relief and gets his first AB of the game here. So runner on first, Ian Ward Donlin after the fielder's choice. One away in the inning, takes that one. Breaks inside for a strike. That one, not much break, and it catches Landry, the opposing pitcher, in the hip. He'll take first base on a hit by pitch. Runner moves into scoring position. And Wolf looks to find things here. One away, runners on second and first.
Now batting for Team New Brunswick, number 14, Cohen Stewart.
And Cohen Stewart stepping in the spot of Liam English. For Wolf, again, he came in relief after an injury to starting pitcher Colby Brown, who recorded the first 2 outs of the game against PEI, and he allowed 5 earned runs on 2 walks, 6 hits, looking for little better fortune here as runners on second and first. One away in the inning. Takes that one for a called strike. Stewart in. He's batting .231 in this one. In this tournament, a single, a double, and a home run to his totals. 3 total RBI, and takes that one. Tries to lean underneath it, does not get the call. A strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away in the inning. And a balk called. Ball rolled out of the pitcher's glove. As he came set, he argues his case. Umpire not going to take it. So runner is now in scoring position here. A big opportunity for Stewart, who, as I said, has a home run, a double, a single. And the infield moving in here, looking to cut down any plays at home here in the top half of the first. And runner going home here. A play at the plate, a throw, a great throw, a great tag by Kogan. The throw was off. He's able to swipe it with his backhand and gun down the runner. Tag out Ian Ward Donlin. And a big play there, especially after the Bach moved both runners up. So Donlin thrown out at home. And he might just get out of this. Runners on the corners.
Now with the field for Team Nova Scotia, number 2, Keegan Webb. Now batting for Team New Brunswick, the left fielder, number 10, Reed Collins.
So Keegan Webb in now center, replacing Parker McKenzie. As Reed Collins is in the batter's box. Collins, a single in his last at bat. Runners on the corners for him. 2 away. A chance to score the go-ahead run here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner off for second, and a stolen base. Kogan looked to make the throw, but bumbled in the transfer. So a stolen base by Stewart, who reached on the fielder's choice. And 2 runners now in scoring position. A big at-bat here for Reed Collins. And that one from Wolf, able to be knocked down by Kogan, 2-0. Pitch. That one swung on, hit hard to third. It eats up the third baseman. 1 run will come in the score, and New Brunswick takes the lead 4-3. The second hit of the game for Collins. His first RBI here. Callum Shannon, a walk in his last at bat. Runners on the corners for him as well. So first pitch of the at bat to Shannon, and quick check on the runner. Collins over at first, back safely. And runner off for second, and he's there in it safely. So a ball after checking on the runner. Collins takes second. Pitch from Wolf. That one high, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. That one in the dirt, 3-0. First base is open now at the stolen base. And that one, 4-pitch walk. So second straight walk worked for Callum Shannon. And Trip Russell back in. Jack Cortez came in as a pinch hitter for him. Ripped an RBI single in his last at bat. Then Russell came back in to run. Russell back in here. 2 outs, bases loaded. And first pitch swinging, ground ball, only plays to first, and they get the runner. So a ground out to short does it for the top half of the inning. New Brunswick able to scratch across the run, though. They lead 4-3. It's up to Nova Scotia to answer back here in the bottom half. The bottom of the 7th inning. Next.
Something happens when you're released from routine. You're free to let go, to dig in, to let yourself get carried away. You find that feeling you've been missing here on our island, maybe even a little above it. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
And here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Nova Scotia trails by a run after New Brunswick able to take the lead there in the top half. And first pitch swinging is Eli Brown. It's going to take a strong arm from third. And the out recorded. 1 pitch, 1 out, and a quick first out here in the inning as, again, New Brunswick needing that 1 run in order to tie it here and force extra innings. Luke Meany he has a hard hit ball to third, got past third baseman. 2 runs came in the score, and first pitch swinging. And then he has a single in his most recent at bat, but was gunned out a rundown at second base. Could be a huge moment in this ball game as Owen won the count and takes that one inside. Barr wanted to be called strike. That one called a ball. Swung on hard up the middle. The pitcher may have caught the back of his leg. He may have avoided it. It is a single any way you score it. Meany on first. Catcher Drew Cogan in. A walk in his first at bat. A hit by pitch in his second. So still looking for his first true plate appearance here. Runner at first. And he's back. Ball gets away from the first baseman, but he's not going anywhere. Ball just trickles a few feet away. Some happy feet over there first, potentially looking to go here. Drew Kogan, and swung on and missed. And foul tipped back, says the umpire. 1-2. Meany on first represents the tying run. And steps off, does Landry. And runner off on the pitch. And he'll take second. Meany with a single and a stolen base, setting the table for his team. A conversation on the field. 0-2 the count. And that one, taken for a called strike 3. A big out, number 2. Noah Trotter re-enters the ball game here in a big spot. Runner on second. He represents the tying run. Trotter himself represents the go-ahead run. A strikeout back in his first at-bat, and takes that one on the outside part of the play for a called strike. He's not a fan, but he chokes up in the bat and gets back in 0-1. Trotter takes that one high, 1-1. One pitch. That one up, and batter flinches, but the breaking pitch in there at the top of the zone for a strike. 1-2. A big pitch for Caleb Landry. That one swung on and missed, dropped. The out needs to be recorded at first, and it is indeed a strikeout, back-to-back batters. And Landry secures the win for Team New Brunswick. They take it by a score of 4-3. So a big performance. Landry came in the coach visit after getting a couple of runners on. He's able to end that inning with a strikeout, and he wraps things up here with back-to-back strikeouts. It's New Brunswick coming out on top, again, by a score of 4-3 here over neighboring province in Nova Scotia. We'll stick around for the naming of the player of the game ceremonies for the entire crew of Universal Media. Thank you so much for tuning in.